Hello and welcome back to Minecraft All the Mods 10. So, I have come back to this episode a little bit early, but not a whole lot, because I wanted to go ahead and capture the creation of the next seed I'm making. Now, I've gone ahead, I've made a couple of them already, but this time around, I would like to show you guys. Yes, I'm dragging this out. The making of the Fluix Crystal Seed, because that's basically where I am. So I've made the Nether Quartz Seed, I have made the Redstone Seed, I have made more of the cloches, got them all wired up for power and water. Well, power. I got water on this one, because that's ultimately what we're going to use. We're going to fill that one, and we're going to fill that one today. And as you can see, I've got my 1x Fluix blocks. And now we're putting in the tier 4 dust that we need, the essence that we need, and boom! Here we go. Fluix seeds. And now you might be like, oh, hey, there's one more. Yes, that's because I also am going to need a dirt for it. Where is my... Here we are. That, and we'll grab a dirt, and we can do this right in here, like so. And then put you back away. And here we go. We have Fluix seeds growing. Excellent. Now, as you could probably have seen, I have a diamond. That is all I got from finishing processing the coal. We're gonna need some more. Now, I could just go down in the mines and go searching for possibly hours, possibly seconds, for more diamonds. Or I could do something to make them. Now, of course, the comment is going to be, you're basically trying to get diamonds so you can make seeds and get infinite diamonds. Why would you go for a different method of making diamonds if you're just about to do that? That's a good argument. The reason is because it is a direct upgrade of a machine we are still using, the bronze compressor. Because if I upgrade the bronze compressor to a steel compressor, that is the wrong button. I wanted R, not U. There we go. All right, if we do that, then we can come over steel compressor. We can compress 16 blocks of coal into a diamond. That's a lot of coal. I have a lot of coal, and all I need are 4 diamonds, so just 3 more. And all that is going to do is basically make our compressor run faster in the long run, which is something that is kind of good anyway, because I've been using this to make the steel plates I need to make those garden cloches, and boy was that slow. So speeding that up is a good thing in general, and also will end up helping with, all of that. So let's just go with steel compressor. Steel compressor. It is the bronze compressor and a steel upgrade. It's the same thing that way. So the steel upgrade, that's all we need, right? So we need a steel machine casing, fire clay bricks, some fluid pipes, some bronze gears, bronze rods, bronze rotor. All told, not terrible. We're going to need some materials, so I should probably stay down here. All right, so bronze stuff. Steel compressor. There we go. There we go. All right. And it gives us 2, so we'll be able to upgrade one of our other machines with it as well, which is good. So we'll start with the rotor. 2 of those, some rods. We're going to need some of these bolts. We're going to need a ring. So we'll need 3 of these rods in total. 3 rods. That makes 4, so 2 of those curved plates. 4 bolts. Alright, so do I have any bronze left on me? No, I think I turned all of them into bronze drills at one point. So let's start by making a little bit of bronze. It was that way, right? I think it was 1 to 3. It's been a bit. But most mods make it 1 to 3. Yeah, alright, so we got a bit of bronze. Is 4 going to be enough? Probably not, but let's see. I'm going to hack a little bit, because for whatever reason, my lungs are unhappy with me today. Oh, hey, do I have anything useful in there? No, doesn't seem like it. Okay. So we're going to actually start by using the compressor to make a couple of plates. We will turn those into the curved plates. Alright, so... Yes, that becomes a rod. Does it become 1 rod or more than 1 rod? That becomes 2 rods. So if we put the other one in, that will also become 2 rods. We need 3, and then we need bolts. I think this is only going to be 2 bolts, though, isn't it? It is. So I'm going to need a little bit more bronze. Typical. Let's just take a quick look around, make sure I don't have one random piece floating around anywhere. Because if I have 1, that's all I need to finish this out. I have a lot of sulfur sitting around. I'm going to have to start figuring out something to do with that. Okay, it is not looking like I do. Let's just check here again to make sure. No, I got some copper. I got some tin. I could do it from this... Oop. I could do it this way. Just go... Actually, I think I could just do this, can't I? Yeah, bronze dust. There we go. A little bit quicker. I should only need 1, and I'm actually going to end up with some extra parts. Oh, wait a minute. I still need the ring, too. How do I make those rings? Compressor? Okay, I can throw a rod. Oh, excellent. So 1 will give me exactly the parts I need. Beautiful. So we will throw that in there. We will grab you guys. We will go ahead and start with the turning you guys into those. We will grab you guys, put 1 in there, and 1 in there. Bam. And bam. Excellent. Alright, that should be all the bronze parts we need. For the fan. Or for the rotor, at least. I am going to need bronze gears. Alright, so I do need more bronze. Probably should have thought of that. I am going to need to actually convert a bit more iron into iron ingot, or into iron nuggets, because I had 1, but I need 2, so oops. And let's see, we need a bit more. This will just go a little bit quicker than trying to alloy the existing ingots, because it smelts faster for whatever reason. We just need 8. And here we go. Done. Alright. Steel machine casing, so we need steel gear, steel plates. Alright, so we're going to need 8 steel for the plates. And 4 steel... Oop, that was not right. 4 steel for the gear. Let's go ahead and get the gear done because we're right here and we have all the stuff. Boop, boop. 1 gear. Those 8 steel need to become plates. A process which would be faster if this was already upgraded. Which is why I consider it worth the upgrade. We'll come back in a moment once these guys are finished because I think that's going to be... Well, we can take a quick peek at the other parts. Fluid pipe, fire clay brick. Do I have any more of that? I don't know. We'll have to look. Let's see. I think I have some of those pipes. Yep, I have 2 of those pipes. Brick. The fire clay brick. Do I have any more of that? It is looking like no. I seem to recall that being a couple of brick. Do I have clay on me? I know I had clay around somewhere. I remember having clay around somewhere. Aha! If I do that, I think I can cook one. Grab that. I'm trying to remember this without looking it up, which might bite me in the ass, but we can probably look it up while we're waiting here. Yeah. Okay, that is what I thought it was. Something like that. Oh, come on. Oh, wait, you know what? I'll bet it's in the mixer. There we go. Alright. And then we go back and we cook it. At some point, I'm going to need to convert those machines to electric and just bring it all down here. Now that we have, our, extreme reactor, it would be a good answer. Fire clay brick becomes fire clay brick. Alright. That means we're just waiting on our plates, which, let's see, it might be done. Looks like it's done. Excellent. Alright. This means we go like so, like that. You, and you. Steel upgrade. Now we need to... Now, alright. Question is, can I apply it in place? No. I have to pick it up and do it. Some of these mods let you do it in place. Others require you actually pick it up to do it. Alright. We're in a pick it up to do it situation. Steel compressor. Bam. Alright. Now, we need our 16 blocks. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This will be enough for 4 diamonds by the time I'm done, if I've done my math right. So I should just be able to go K, 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 K. Pick all these up. K one more time, because that is the hotkey. Okay. We will sleep, we will compress, and we will have our diamonds. Like so. It's going to make it. Looks like it is really slow. Alright. I am going to come back once these are done. And we will pick things back up with applied energistics from there. See you guys in... Jeez. 20 minutes? Alright. It has been a bit of time. Our 4 diamonds are ready, so we've got those. Let's go ahead and, while we're standing around up here, we're going to grab another set of wheat seeds so we can make our, what is it, prosperity? It's probably not. What is it called? Prosperity seed base. Yeah, okay. So we've got that. Then all we're going to need is the necessary essence. 2, 3, 4... and our seed. Unfortunately, the diamonds require supremium essence. Each supremium essence takes 4 stacks of inferium. Yeah. And we're going to need 4 to make the seed, and then 1 more to make the soil that the seed will grow in. So, yeah, it's gonna be a bit before this stuff is ready. But we can get... Oh, come on. We can get started. Are we gonna use this guy up? Not quite yet. We're going to get pretty close, though. There is 1. We have 1 of 5 that we need in total. So that's going to be taking a while. This is just going to sit here and produce stuff automatically. I did find a use for the sulfur, by the way. The sulfur works as a fertilizer, makes it go just a little bit quicker. So let's see what else we can manage in the interim. We still have 1 diamond, and we do theoretically have a way of making more. I don't know how much coal we actually have, but we'll deal with that if and when we get to it. So I figure there are 3 things that we need to make. There is, of course, the ME controller, which I think we're going to start with, the ME drive, and the cells to fill the drive with. Ideally, we'll start with 1, make it as big as we can, and then add more as needed. Unfortunately, it does mean that it's going to restrict the number of types because AE does that. But I don't know. Maybe I should restrict the number I do. I don't know. I think most of the stuff that I need for cells I've already got. I'm not waiting on diamonds for cells. But let's take a look at the drive and let's take a look at the controller. The drive requires 2 engineering processors. Well, we have 1 diamond, so that is out for the time being. ME controller requires 1 diamond. We've got that. Fluix crystals, skystone blocks. I think I have 4 of those in here. I do. So let's go ahead and cook these into the blocks, if I'm remembering correctly. Yes, okay. We will take our remaining diamond, shove it in there, let it become its processor type. I needed silicon. Boop. So that we can do that. We will grab our needed skystone blocks. We will grab our printed silicon. We will pull this guy out. This is the one part that is still a little weird in the process. Oops, we just need 1. There. Let that do its thing. Means I might want to make a second inscriber, just so that I have 1 to assemble the chips in. Alright, so we've got our engineering processor. There's only 2 fluix in here, but you know what? We have been letting the fluix seed grow for a while. Hey, look at that. Alright, we should be able to do that with 8. There we go. Hey, 6 fluix crystals. We only need 4. It is getting dark, however, so let's do that real quick. I tell you, once I've got those diamonds growing, I think I'm going to do something about the mobs around here. Just saying. Alright. What was I doing? Right, I needed slightly... No, I needed slightly less of those. Boop, 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 boop. I think I have everything. That is the ME controller. Alright, that is the heart of the system. We have the ME controller, we have the ME terminal. We need a disk drive, and we are going to need some cells, and we will also need some of the cables. The dense smart cables are probably the way to go. White ME smart cable. Fluix ME smart cable. Fluix ME covered cable. Fluix glass cable. Quartz fiber. Is this right? Am I doing this right? I feel like I'm doing something wrong here. But no, it looks like it is right. Okay. Well, we definitely want the smart cables. So, redstone, glowstone. We might need to do something about glowstone before too long. But that is on the fluix. So, let's start with the fluix. 2 fluix crystals, quartz fiber. Quartz fiber is that. Okay. glass and Certus quartz dust. I think I have some dust. I have enough dust. And then I need... Oh, wait, I have glass over here. Should be 6, right? Yeah, plenty. Alright. So we should be able to do that. And that. Alright. Now, what did you get used to make? It's the Fluix crystal I want, or the Fluix cables. Here we go. So 2 to 1 makes 4. I have 4. I need 2 more. Well, you know what? We'll just put that away, because the recipe to make Fluix crystals from this makes 6. So that is exactly how many we will need for this process. Not that first, this first. Then we do that, that, and that. Bam, there we go. We have some Fluix crystal. Fluix energy connection. Alright, so then... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, it was the thing going again. Alright. Sometimes those achievements do weird things. Alright, Fluix smart cable. And then... How do I... Dense smart cable. What is with the covered cables, though? I don't remember what the difference is there. Alright, well, let's just start by grabbing, apparently, enough for 12 glowstone. Let's see if we even have enough. I am going to want to set enough glowstone aside to make sure I can make seeds. But let's see, 4... Yeah, we could spare 3 of those. Then we come over to our enrichment chamber, if memory serves. A lot of the stuff has switched over to the enrichment chamber because it just gives nice, consistent amounts at the top end. There we go, yeah, 4, this should be 12. Let's open the guide. See what we got. Alright, blah, 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 blah. Cable's the primary way of extending a network over larger areas. Yep. Oh, the different colored cables don't connect to each other. Okay. Because the whole channels thing. Channels are annoying. New to AE2, blah, blah, blah. Smart cable and dense smart cable wherever you can. Yep. Not item or fluid or energy, etc. They have no internal inventory. Yep. They connect yeah, okay, yeah. Glass cable. I mean, glass cable simplest to make. Transfers up to 8 channels. Yep. Covered. No gameplay benefits over. Okay. Alternate aesthetic. Alright. So it literally just is an alternate aesthetic. Got it. See, I was sitting there going, I'm like, what does the covered cable do? I don't really remember. Because it does nothing. Alright. Boop. There we go. We got 12. We'll do that. Yeah. That. That. That's not right. What did I do wrong? Oh, it has to be the covered cable first? Oh, okay. Oh, that's annoying. Has to be wool. Alright. What do I have in the line of wool? 10. And I should have shears somewhere. I know I have shears. I might not have them in my bag, though. Where are my shears? I'm going to look in my bag again. There they are. I just missed them. I knew they should be in there. Come here, you. Make yourself useful. Alrighty. Back into the bag you go. I have 13, which means I can put 1 away back where it was. Good. You. Become covered. You. Give me... smart cables, and then the smart cables become the dense smart cables, of which I only have 3, but that should be plenty. So I'm going to come all the way down here. Actually, let me go back up here a moment and grab our controller and our terminal. All right. So, to start, I am going to stick the terminal there. Now, I'm going to need some cables. I have 10 on me. There we go. We have just supplied power to the controller. Beautiful. Alright, now what? Well, now we're going to start with this, and we're also going to do one there. And then I think we will hold on to the last one for the time being. So I'm going to take this terminal, pop it on there. It says the terminal is out of power. Because you're backwards? Why? Why are you like this? Why are you attempting to go backwards? Why will you not mount the right way? Alright, tell you what. We should have some blocks here. We'll just go boop, boop. And I should be able to then just kind of do this, right? No? Alright, what if I broke you, put you there, and then put you there, then put you there. Alright, what is wrong? Why is this going on? Why is this happening? Can you not go on a dense cable? Shouldn't have any problems. I'm not sure. Alright, let's put the dense cable back down. You are insisting on going on your own block. Let's try putting you guys here and here and putting you there. Why are you not connected in any way whatsoever? Do I have to... Alright, let's see if we can use this last one. No? No. Okay, they have obviously changed something, and I don't know exactly what it is. Hang on, I'm going to take a minute, and I will be right back. Alright, I am back. A quick check on the wiki. It doesn't explicitly state that the terminals won't go on the dense, but in the getting started section, it says, you know, in the what you need, it calls out cables not dense. So I'm guessing that means that it won't connect to the dense cables for whatever reason. I'm going to give it a shot. Yep, there we go. Connected in just fine that way. Well, that's mildly annoying, isn't it? 1 of 32 channels. Okay. So I guess that's just how that's going to go then. I'll figure that out later. We are still going to need a drive. We have no place to actually put anything. We need a drive, which will require a pair of diamonds. And we are going to need some cells, which we should be able to... We could theoretically start with just this. That requires a logic processor and some Certus quartz and some redstone. I could theoretically make a little 1K. Unfortunately, I have nothing to put it in, so there's not much point until we have diamonds. But we have run out of episodes, so we're going to have a third part to this episode of getting... And that is why I'm going to do something about the NPC spawns. I am sick of having music start randomly. Well, at least it stopped. Okay. What was I saying? Right, I was closing out the episode because we still have at least one more episode of Applied Energistics before we get to move on to other things. I'm going to work on getting the diamond seed ready. Maybe I will upgrade some of these machines off camera now that you've seen me make the steel upgrade. Just upgrade stuff to steel here, not any further yet. Because I've got some time to waste waiting on the essence to grow. But we have one more episode of Applied Energistics coming up next time. That is going to do it for this episode. So, until next time, have a good one.